Jack of all trades. That's what we're trying to figure out here. Find out JOAT. I want to find my JOAT knife. Just because I'm picking out a JOAT knife doesn't mean I can't do modifications to that knife. That's a part of the rules. The rule book strictly states that if you want a JOAT knife, you can modify it to your heart's content so that it can do more things than maybe it was initially designed to do. That's what I've done with the ESEE. The first modification was this sheath, tech lock, drilled an extra hole there with a Swiss Army knife, put a small tech lock on. I like them. The reason why I like it is because that's off-centered. And my pants, the belt loops, are spaced in such a way that I can have a belt loop right there, and it lets me clip behind the belt loop, slide the thing forward, and have the knife in a comfortable position. On the plus side for the ESEE, it has a drain hole, which is very nice. Should you find yourself in a downpour or having to traverse a river or creek or something like that, or fall out of your boat, or fall off the wagon. That is pretty cool. I have always taken this stuff off. I just don't like things dangling. Just to keep things interesting and make it more fun, I decided to go into the bucket of sheaths and get one of these out. Now, I added this. It came from my castrum, and I'm not sure what that came from, but I wet molded this to the 4, just for variety's sake. See? Kind of fun. This is also good for when I'm on the tractor for a long time. This can just get the heck out of the way. Whereas the plastic one, not so much, but because it rides kind of high, it's really not an issue. Modifications done to this. Took off these handle slabs. These are ESEE's green canvas micarta. Used them for a couple days and thought, you know, they feel kind of nice and stuff, but boy, that just is very plain looking. I have a plain black ESEE that had black handles on it with red liners, and I'm kind of a sucker for black handles and red liners, along with green handles and red liners. So that's why I put those on here. I think it's a rather handsome setup. Comfortable in the hand. Will it be the most comfortable over long-term use? I don't know. That's to be determined. But I'm not going to put on the contoured handles, the 3D handles. Just didn't like them. There is a narrow part here that I have found gets uncomfortable over repeated use, time-lapse photography. I opted for the stainless because it needs to be a JOAT, a jack of all trades. I want it to be useful in the kitchen. So that's why all of my knives that are going to be in this, all 5, are uncoated. So that's why I couldn't use this. But you can see I had sharpened that spine, but this is not in the running. Now, I have already batoned the snot out of this through some wood. One piece that was a little too tough, and I backed off, and I was able to baton onto the handle and get that thing out of there, because the point is not to break the knife. This is not a destruction test. This is a jack of all trades test. And I wanted to be able to do all the other things that are going to be involved in kind of the testing grounds. Splitting wood. It did split wood. When it got to that really bad piece, called it, and then split some more wood. Baton through a bunch of stuff, made some small kindling. Then it was time to do some feather sticks. I think it did great. Really fine, and then nice flat ones, and good curls. I like that. That holds the flame. And then here's the last modification. I did sharpen that spine. It's very easy to do. And it throws a mean spark. If you do wind up doing this, I highly recommend at the end using a flat stone, maybe a diamond stone, one that you know has a good flat surface, and then making sure that this entire thing is completely flat. Why? Because I'm anal retentive. That's that as far as anything I really did to the SE4. After all of that batoning and feather sticks and all that good stuff, no damage to the edge, no roll, no chips, and really no dulling. I came in and I stropped very briefly. Hey Tom, what stropping compound do you use? Excellent question. I have a buffer between me and the rest of the world. No, I have a buffer, polishing compound. And I actually use that on here, and that is my stropping compound. Done.
One minute, 37 seconds later.
I am not going to reveal what the other knives in the contest are, but they are 4 contenders that may or may not unseat, unthrown, dethrone, unbelievable. I can't think of another word. Hey, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next installment. Oh, I should smile at the end.